Hi, I'm Krista. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're celebrating Mother Mary's birthday. So, in honor of Mother Mary today, I have a Marian blue candle lit for her during the reading, and I'm also using this Our Lady of Fatima oil. Our Lady of Fatima is one of my favorite apparitions of Mary because it was the first apparition I learned about, so it just holds a special meaning in my heart. So I just wanted to take a moment to hold space for Mother Mary today, to ask her to join us in this reading, and I wanted to anoint the reading and to anoint the viewer that has felt called to this reading and use the oil. So this is the oil. Mother Mary, please pray for and bless all those who come across this reading. So, as I was connecting to Mother Mary's energy, she gave me the song Wake Up, Little Susie by the Everly Brothers. Now, this may be because someone watching this, maybe your name is Susie, or the song was written in 1957, so maybe that's a number you connect with. Maybe you were born in 1957. But the main thing that I drew from that lyric was, It's time to wake up. And the song goes, Wake up, little Susie, we gotta go home. And that message coming from Mother Mary to me meant like, wake up, we have to go home, we have to go back to center, we have to go back to God. And I definitely feel that would be something like if Mother Mary had the chance to speak to us, like that's what she would say. Because in so many of her apparitions, like just like Our Lady of Fatima, Mary's always talking about knowing her son, knowing God, and like praying for others. While I was shuffling the cards and getting ready, these two angel cards came out and I decided to take them. It's Archangel Uriel, and also Mary is known as the Queen of the Angels. So I thought it was fitting that like these angel cards fell out. But it's Archangel Uriel. A great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth. Spirit and matter, heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. And then with it, the card Think Global also fell out. It says, You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You're a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. And I felt like these cards fell out because, along with the message of like, wake up, like, Mary's trying to tell us that we are being woken up. Like, we are all collectively going through this spiritual transformation, like a global transformation. And this is something that's been coming out a lot. And it's been coming out on my channel. And I know it's been coming out on other channels. For instance, I'm a big fan of the Mayim Bialik podcast. And I'm also like a huge fan of Lee Harris. And recently they did a podcast together. And it was like my two worlds colliding. And I was like, oh, it's happening. Like this transformation, this global ascension of like this higher consciousness that people have been talking about for decades now. It's actually starting to happen. I feel like Mother Mary is guiding us through this transformation. And I'm getting the vision of being a little kid and your mom holding your hand, like holding your hand when you cross the street or like when you're out somewhere, like keeping you safe, keeping you beside her. And I feel like that's what Mary is doing for us right now through this transformation. She's like holding our hand through this collective global consciousness rising. And what's also interesting, I didn't even intend this, but now like she's bringing it up. Our Lady of Fatima, there were multiple secrets told to Sister Lucia. Sister Lucia was one of the children that were present during the apparitions, and Mary told her like specific secrets that Sister Lucia like kept with her, like kept in her heart, and they weren't allowed to be told until a certain time. But part of that, those secrets were about the world wars coming, and Mary like tried to warn us that these wars were going to happen and that we needed to pray, like to pray for the people. And the last secret was about our time, like our modern time, and there's speculation that it's about the Third World War. And I'm definitely not saying there's going to be a Third World War. There is this same theme of big global changes happening. Big global changes where we need to pray for each other. And I wonder if all along Mother Mary knew about this rising consciousness that was like supposed to happen at this time. And that's like why she's tying it back to Fatima. Like these predictions of big global changes and how she's there with us, and she like literally appeared to tell us that she's there with us. But that's the channel message I got. So let's get into the actual reading. I'm putting these angel cards back. This card's on the top. Divine intervention. And it's like I feel like I'm seeing that card because Mary is playing this like divine intervention for all of us. Like walking us through this change. And I feel like you are experiencing this change not just globally, but in your own personal life. Like we're all going through some sort of transformation right now. Mother Mary, what do we need to know right now on your birthday? Okay. Health, truth, integrity. It's interesting that truth came out 2 times. I feel like with these cards coming out together, like health, my it says health, my prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Truth, I am lovingly honest with myself and others. And integrity, I trust my ability to know what is true for me. And I feel like with these cards, Mother Mary is saying to us that we are healing. We are releasing things, releasing old patterns, releasing old beliefs, finding that truth within ourselves, being honest with ourselves about what we want moving forward, what we do not want. Yesterday, we also just had an eclipse, and with this eclipse, there was a lot of releasing that happened. And it's that clearing away, making space for the new so we can move forward into something. That clearing away, that releasing is a huge step in this transformation. And with this integrity card, I'm being called back to the song from the beginning of it's time to go home. And integrity is connecting back to yourself, to really understand yourself and to understand what you want, to know what is you and not somebody else. And I feel like you have finally figured out, like you figured out that version of yourself, and that is what's being healed. Like, know thyself is what I'm hearing. And with the card, I am lovingly honest with myself and others. I feel that in this healing process, that has involved having boundaries with others, like being honest with others and saying, like, these are my needs. I feel like that might not have been something you've done in the past. Like, you might not have really considered your own needs and you just did things for everybody else. And I almost feel like you were so used to doing things for everybody else that you didn't even really know what your needs were because you didn't have the time to think about it, to process it. You saw that fall out, right? Boundaries. That's crazy. It's like you are finally, you've healed the past and you're connecting with yourself, your true authentic self. And now that you've done this, you're able to set healthy boundaries. Like you've done the healing and now you're able to set healthy boundaries. And that is a huge part of your transformation that you're going through right now, is being able to do that for yourself. That is huge. That took so much work, so much inner work to do that, so much healing. And I hear Mother Mary saying, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you for doing that. And she's saying you're allowing yourself to blossom. And nettles, they're called stinging nettles. They can sting your skin when you touch them. They have these little like prickly things on the plant. And I'm getting this metaphor of like that's what you had to do to protect yourself from others. Kind of like how a rose has thorns. And the green in this card is drawing me to the heart chakra. And maybe you put these thorns around your heart, like the stinging nettle trying to protect itself. Like you put these blocks up around your heart so you couldn't be hurt again. But with all this healing you've been doing, the walls have come down. You've learned how to love yourself, love others, but still set boundaries for yourself and for others. And because of that, you understand how to let people into your life now. Like I'm hearing you're allowing more space for love in your life. You're allowing more space for relationships and friendships because now you can have healthy relationships and not one-sided relationships with people. And I'm being drawn to this card like all the women in this card. It's a community of women, and that may be something you are calling into your life now. Is this community that uplifts you and understands you and openly gives you love rather than just like takes all the time, because they are people that have healed also, and they may also be part of this bigger collective consciousness, this like rising. They may be other people that have gone through this same transformation that you've went through, and now it's like you're meeting. And I think that's going to be different for everybody, whether you're meeting in groups online or you're meeting out in the world, or I don't know, you're meeting at a farmer's market, for instance. I just heard farmer's market, or a flower garden. Maybe you're in a gardening club. Part of this transformation is connecting to others that have gone through the same experience. And there's like a little fairy person hiding in this card, and I feel like that was you at one point, like always hiding, always peeking out, never really part of the group because you had those walls up. You had those hurts. I'm hearing you had these hurts. But because you've healed, I just get the sense that you're ready to step out from behind this plant. It's like this fairy saying like, "Hey guys." "Hey guys, what you doing?" I don't know why. That's what I hear. Like, "What's up? What are you up to?" Like you've been in this hermit mode for so long, healing, that now it's finally to step out of that hermit mode. It's like scary because it's new, but it's a relief. Like finally, promotion, prophecy. I feel like the birds in this card are all of us going through this transformation, and now we're all gathering together. Or not, I said promotion, it says premonition. So maybe you're part of this transformation is that you will be getting a promotion, like more abundance in your life. Oh, and the Fatima secret was a prophecy, a premonition from Mother Mary. So this is like, it is being fulfilled now. This global transformation is now being fulfilled in this timeline, in this time that we are living. And I feel like our souls almost know each other. Like I'm just getting that feeling from looking at all the birds on the card that our souls had this planned and our souls decided to all meet at this time. Like we all had to go through our own thing, and now we're finally getting to have community together. Like we're finding each other. Our Lady of Creative Choice. I want to read from the guidebook for this card. You have my power within you, and you are free beyond wildest imagination. Do you know that you are a slave to no thing and to no one? You are a divine being. With the power of creative choice, you can create worlds, my beloved. Even the smallest choice contains great creative power. Do not cast your power aside. Choose to trust me, to live with an open, vulnerable heart, and to let my grace flood through you in rapturous waves of light. It's the heart chakra, like you've torn down those walls around your heart and you're ready to let love in. It says, choose wisely, creatively, and well, yet do not fear your power, for the best choice you can make is to learn from all your experiences. I will guide you to use your power to create healing difference in your life now. You have at your disposal the power of heaven. I will guide you to use it well. And this card connects so beautifully back to the very beginning with the channeled message of wake up, it's time to go home. And home is heaven, home is God, home is the divine within yourself. Like you've went back home to yourself. And that is so powerful to know yourself and to not be afraid and to put yourself out there and to connect with all these others that are going through the same thing. And like collectively, we all have that power together now. It says, perhaps we have not felt much choice in the past. Perhaps we have got caught up in feeling frustrated with another or out of control in certain situations, and all we felt we could do was react. Or perhaps we have become so caught up in just trying to get things done or work things out that we forgot that we get to have a say in our own lives. And that's what I was saying before about you didn't even really know yourself because you were spending so much of your time doing things for other people that you didn't even have time for yourself. This oracle comes to you as a reminder you have the power of heaven within you. You don't need to control life, but you can choose whether you dance with life responsively or resist its flow and feel pushed around by it instead. Our Lady of Creative Choice comes to you in this oracle with a special message. There is a situation in your life where you are contemplating making a decision. Perhaps it is even a bold choice, and you're not sure about it. You're encouraged to be bold and to give yourself permission to choose whatever feels most authentic to you. If you are stuck in a situation and don't believe that you have a choice, this oracle brings you this particular message. You have a choice available here, but you must surrender your way of looking at the situation to the Divine Mother and allow a new perspective, and therefore more options to become available to you. There is always a creative way forward available. Sometimes we need prayer to help us become more flexible and receptive to access that solution. The following healing process will help you rediscover your power of creative choice, even in that challenging situation, through the divine intervention of the Holy Mother Mary. And I feel like in this healing process that you have discovered yourself and you've discovered your wants and your needs. And now that you can have these healthy relationships and you can set boundaries, like you're able to make these choices for yourself, for your own truth. And I feel like that is Mother Mary's biggest message to you today is to remember that you are a child of the divine. And because of that, you are so powerful. Feminine, I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. And the divine feminine is creation. That is the feminine energy. Like you are creating this life for yourself now. And I just want to say with the premonition card and the prophecy card that sometimes we can feel like we did things too late. Like if only I would have made this decision 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But it feels very important to let you know that this is all happening in divine timing. This was always meant to happen now, and to not beat yourself up living in the past, living in the coulda, woulda, shoulds. And I can't help but notice the yellow and oranges in this reading as a sign of empowerment and connecting to your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, or like that womb energy, this energy of creation. And that Mother Mary is reminding you that you have this power of creating that abundance in your life, creating what you need. And this card is sticking out of the top of the deck. And I just feel called to pull it as one last card. And it says, Our Lady of Sacred Union. And again, I feel it's what Mother Mary is really trying to convey to us today is to remember that union we have between us and God. So, with that, I wanted to end the reading and just thank Mother Mary so much for giving us this message today. And I'm wishing her a very, very happy birthday. And I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. I am so grateful that you're here. If this reading has resonated with you, please leave a comment. I would love to hear about it. Love to hear about your transformation or anything that you've been experiencing if this reading connects to you. Until I meet with you in the next reading, I'm wishing you a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.